Ready?
I'm ready.
You're always ready. You got your little Cuban over there. You're all set. There you go. Hey, welcome to another edition of BeerAmerica.tv. I am Paul Leone with my good friend
John Pinkerton.
Here you go. And we're still at Studios 121 in Fort Worth, Texas. I'm hoping to find my way to Savannah soon to keep going with these. You know, we missed the brewery background. We've got the bar thing.
Bring it home.
Bring it home. Yes. Yeah. You know,
but here's home now.
The daily plane ride. So you fly here like for every one of these because we don't shoot multiple at a time. We shoot them one day at a time.
Commute.
It is. But you're worth it. And, you know, we appreciate your frequent flyer mileage.
It's all for the beer.
It's all for the beer. And before we get to this beer here, one of my favorite time of the year is summertime. And we've had this discussion before in the past where I would always go back to like the Miller Lights and all of those beers in the summertime because the craft beers were always too heavy to drink. I couldn't drink a big heavy IPA in the summertime. But then I discovered the Sam Adams Summer Ale, which I really became a big fan of. And then I became an uber fan of Oberon. See how I put that together, how that works out, uber fan of Oberon. And I just made that up. Anyway, so today we are talking about a summer ale, SummerBright Ale from Breckenridge Brewery.
Have we done any Breckenridge?
You know, I don't think so. No, I don't think so. What do you know about them?
Well, Breckenridge was one of my earliest contacts to the business. We have this weird family connection to my friend Todd Usry. Friends of family connection. I don't know. But anyways, Todd Usry is their brewmaster and, you know, one of the original owners. And way back then, he was quite a young man. And
way back. So he's an old man now.
Well, no, he's still a young man, but he's a young man like me who has kids and all that kind of stuff.
So he's matured.
He has matured.
And with maturity comes better beers, right? Matured, you make better beers.
I'll just go with that.
All right, good. Well,
I'll just go with that.
Just keep feeding you, and you just take what you want.
But Todd's a great guy, and you know the Breckenridge brand has been growing all these years, and not surprised we haven't done one yet.
No, me either. And considering it's probably one of 10,000 breweries in the state of Colorado, I read somewhere that they put out more beer than any state in the country. Do you know that?
Oh, Colorado.
Yeah, the state of Colorado. I mean, there's more breweries.
Surprised.
Yeah,
they're definitely a target-rich environment when it comes to craft beer. Sort of like being in Southern California or anywhere in California for that matter.
So what's the standard for a summer craft beer? You know, I think we were talking off camera a little bit. There's a little fruitiness maybe, or lightness, obviously. You don't want a big, heavy beer in the summertime.
Yeah, I think if there's a predominant theme, it would definitely be lighter. I don't necessarily want to be sucking down Imperial Stout in the middle of the summer months when it's very hot. Although, truth be told, I like an Imperial Stout just about any time. I'm not too put off by the heat, but you know, Savannah, Georgia, it's pretty darn hot. There are some limitations to what you're going to want to drink.
Sure.
So, in keeping with that theme, we definitely have a lighter beer here. The description is fairly ambiguous.
Like golden color.
That we are given. It talked about being sort of citrusy, and but what I got almost immediately off the nose was sort of and it says ale, but I'm getting sort of almost a lager-like character, like maybe some German malts or.
Yeah.
Although I think the hops they had listed were American hops as well.
Is it Cascade?
Cascade, I think
Willamette,
something like that.
What is it? Do I say Willamette? What is it?
You say Willamette, I say
Willamette. Okay, all right.
Willamette.
Yeah, all right. Well, whatever you say is probably right.
Let's call the whole thing off.
All right, forget it. Move on. So what do you taste?
Well, it is very light, very drinkable.
Low alcohol, which is nice in the summertime.
Yeah, I think that almost more than anything. I mean, when we talk about light, we're talking about a bunch of different things. There's light in color, there's light in body or how it hits your palate. And then there's light in terms of how it's going to hit you when you're, you know, sweating your brains out.
Good thing you said brains. Thank you for,
you know, mowing the lawn, you know, all that hot stuff.
Right.
Sweating your brains out. I'm not sure where that came from, but.
Yeah. Well, you know what I thought, but never mind. What were you going to say?
I'm one to mix metaphors.
Okay.
It's fun like that.
But anyway, yes. So I'm digging this. I like it.
Yeah,
it's a nice light
drinkable
beer, and I can get it in Fort Worth, Texas. How about that?
Oh, that was the other thing that was listed in the description is that it said it was categorized as an ale with fruit. So it did not say what fruit, and I'm not sure.
I'm not getting any fruit.
I mean, I get a fruity character, but sort of ambiguous.
Not citrus at all. For me, you obviously taste more than I do, I think, in these.
I could get. I could get a little citrusy quality to it, but
Right.
it's pretty subtle. I would have to say.
Yes. And oh, by the way, if you hear all this random noise in the background, I'm at work and we have a bar where I work, which is really cool. But then right over here, to my right, there's a whole master control where we actually do uplink cable channels and all that. And so they can't stop working, because if they stop working, then the people at home stop getting their channels. And then we start getting phone calls, and then it's chaos and,
That's bad.
and all that. So anyway, you're going to hear that in the background. So last time we did these, there was a beeping sound, and like more than one person said, "What is that annoying beeping sound going on?" And so, as you see, I just put up the video clip of what's to our right here. That's the noise you hear in the background. So
Mission
anyway,
control.
I digress. Sorry.
So beer.
Yeah. So back to the beer. Sorry.
Well, I would say a nice effort from Breckenridge Brewery Company.
Yeah, and another good summertime. You get this in Georgia?
We get the Breckenridge brands. I don't remember seeing this on the shelf, but that doesn't mean it's not there.
Okay.
I have to say, though, I would look forward to coming back to Breckenridge for something,
Bigger and bolder?
well, just something to kind of give this some contrast, like,
Yeah.
see what else.
Yeah, I would too. So
range.
this is 1 for 1 in my book.
And I also have to say, there's something about being in Breckenridge in the mountains drinking one of their beers versus here in Fort Worth, Texas.
What's the matter with Fort Worth, Texas?
Nothing.
Okay.
It's not a
All right.
disparaging mark about Fort
Okay,
Worth, but
good.
it adds a certain
Feeling.
je ne sais quoi, or I don't know if that's the way to describe it, but when you're there at the pub in the mountains, it's a whole different story.
Whole different vibe.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, I'm digging it. It's SummerBright Ale from Breckenridge Brewery. It's good summertime beer, and actually, it's out early. I think it comes out as early as May and probably runs until August or beyond.
It's a sloshy.
It's a sloshy.
It's a spring slash summer beer.
Questions or comments, Paul at beeramerica.tv, or
Pink@beeramerica.tv.
please send them along. You can catch us on iTunes and, of course, beeramerica.tv website. And cheers.
All right.
Thanks for flying back. It's empty.
All gone.
All gone.